It's actually better. It puts pressure on the F pawn, and it also prepares for this, which is you're going to play anyway. That pretty much forces me to do the double sacrifice here, because after you play this move, no, you played this first, right? Then I think I castled. Then you play here. So I play the double. This is called the double sacrifice line, where I actually sacrifice another pawn here, but I get your king in the center of the board, trade off queens, and you can't castle, which is the whole point. I think you took this way, and I took this way.
So you don't lose that castling right.
You don't lose the castling right, but you do. You drop the pawn back too, and then this pawn's threatened. But anyway, there's different ways to play it. I took this one, and you took here, and I took here, and you took here, and I grabbed this pawn back. Now here, you might be better off just playing this. I don't know. You played this, which is reasonable. I think I played here. No, I played back, obviously. I can't play all that bishop. Now maybe you should play. I think you should maybe play this. I think this is a mistake, because this pawn is going to be weak, and then your bishop's going to be hanging, and I've got this bishop trained on your diagonal here, so your king is going to get trapped in the middle of the board, which is kind of what happened.
Yeah.
So I think this is probably better, because you want to get rid of this bishop, because it frees up your king to move to the white squares, but you played it to here, and I don't know what you're planning on doing with it here, other than just coming to here, but you never get that in. I think, let's see, what do they do now? I think I pinned it. Now maybe you should just make me decide right away, but I think you played here, which is a reasonable move.
Well, we're running into problems because of the knight d5 check. There's no way to answer that. See the knight here check. You can't put your king anywhere. You can't keep protecting this knight, because if you try to protect the knight, then
drop that pawn.
I think what you really needed to do here, and you'd still be okay, is just keep that knight out of there.
She did play that eventually.
Just had to.
I have to watch out with this knight moving it too. I think what did I do here? I think I pinned it, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't want to pin it this way because of this move. So this one, no, maybe I played this first, because I don't want you to come into here, because then this will be threatened. I think I played this. And let me see what I did. Actually, I got the score sheet here. Bishop F, Bishop B3, Bishop F5, Bishop G5, C6. You did play C6 right away. You didn't play this. You played this first.
Very good.
So that's actually good. All right, then I have Rook on F to E1.
You didn't play. Okay.
That. Rook on F to E1. Bishop to D4. Now you played Bishop to D4. Then I played H3. We had the moves right. We just had them in the wrong order.
Knight E2 is very interesting there too. It's hard to meet. Instead of H3, knight E2 is.
I was worried about this.
It's trapped then. Well, it has to go all the way back here,
and
you pick this up. Anyway, just a tactical idea, but
I thought about it, but I didn't want to waste a tempo trying to move my rook to. So let's see. You played B5. I think B5 might be a mistake. You're in danger of losing some material here.
You got to really consolidate quickly. To be able to protect this pawn, I would look pretty seriously at going here, as much as it seems strange to bring the king out more, because that protects the pawn and gets you off of this pin, which causes trouble later, and it also frees your rook to come here. I think as much as you tend not to move your king way out when you're still in a middle game, there's no queens on the board, and you're getting it, I think, consolidated now. Right, and if he ever tries to pile up on it, like rook here and knight back, you're just going to be able to protect it. I think you're going to consolidate being a pawn up here.
Right. Let's see. You played B5, and now I play Bishop E3. This is actually pretty good, because if you don't take it, you drop your piece. If you play back to here, this drops a piece, because after bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes here, and you can't interpose, and your bishop's hanging. This bishop turns out to be really extremely powerful, because it's got this huge diagonal trained on this square where your king is too. you took it, which is the best. But I got rid of your black bishop, which
Yeah, I
what
can also consider. Okay, I think that's yeah.
I thought she might consider playing this right away, but I don't think it works because I can take it and then I can take it back, and then or I can even take here, check, and then take it back. Grab his bishop too. So this doesn't work because I think after bishop d3, you do have to take it. Now you're getting in trouble. Now his pawn is hanging, and your bishop's also in trouble too. Maybe you should just give up the pawn, but I don't know where you're going to go with your king. Maybe you should just give up the pawn and just go to here. And when I play the
maybe it can play e4 and give it up more favorably that way.
Give it up that way.
And he's going to have to attack it one more time, right? And then you can play your rook over here. And you might still be keeping equality here. You've given the pawn back, but everything's unscrambled, right? You're probably okay here. But you can get in trouble really fast if you can't meet this onslaught in the center, which is what happened.
And that's why I didn't think this was very good, because your bishop is going to be vulnerable in that square because of this pawn being isolated. But let's see, you end up losing a piece here. I don't know. The best thing for you to do is drop the pawn back, and you probably have a slight disadvantage, but you'd at least you wouldn't be a piece down. And my pawn would be isolated. Like I said, if you play this move, then I'm going to have the isolated pawn, although I can probably jam it, get it off the white square too. And let's see. Instead, what did you do here? Rook takes e3, knight to d7. Now this is bad because of this f4. And king f6. You have the right idea here. You do need to get your king to safety, but this loses a piece because after this move, you take here.
You did the pin
here, and now I'm threatening this. Here is where I thought you should. The only play you can really do is this. Maybe that could potentially get dangerous for me if I start opening up files on my king here. The only thing I was thinking of here is that after this move, I'm not sure whether you got very many good places to go. And I think you're going to drop a piece anyway, because if you go, where are you going to go? First of all, I'm going to go to here. Now I can play to here. Now you got two pieces hanging too. So if you move one, I'm going to take the other one. And you don't really have any discovered checks down here because I can just take with the rook. I thought you were going to drop a piece anyway, even with this move. This move, let's see, I think you play here, which drops a piece. Or I've got
knight's on e4.
I'm missing. Oh, yeah, this is here, right? Still.
Oh, is it on c3?
Okay, so I just took it, takes back, and now that wins a piece. I can take there, play to here, and now you're going to drop this pawn back too. This is probably your best bet to play here, check, and play here. You can try to play over here with some threats, but or to here with some threats, but I can take here, check, and then still retreat back to here and guard the pawn. You're just going to be a piece down and your pawns are shot. You do have 4 pawns, but they're terrible pawns too. But anyways, that isn't what you played. I think you played back to here. I just took the rook, or took the pawn. And then this just loses because you just trade off everything. And then I've got a knight. My king can just simply knock off my king and my knight can knock off your pawns really easily. You shouldn't play this. You should play here, check me, then maybe try to double up or something like that.
Well, you're just worried about the check on f7.
Well,
So you want to play rook g7.
well, okay, you can do that too. That's true. And then now you're threatening to double up here, and at least you got some threats down here. I still think, I've got a piece, and as long as I protect my 7th rank, I think I'm in pretty good shape. In fact, for that matter, I can start picking off your pawns here too. Once I get to here, you can't ever play your rooks down to here. But just trading off is just after that is just a matter of time. With these pawns, just can't be defended, and also my king. I've got an extra knight. Even if you had good pawns, you wouldn't be able to hold this endgame. A piece down is just,
It's a good general rule when you're down in material, especially at the end of the game. Do not trade pieces because the more you trade pieces, the easier it makes it.
especially not the last piece. You never want to trade. Now, the only exception to that rule is if you're going to lose more material if you don't trade. But
There's always
in general, you don't want to trade when you're losing. Even a pawn in the end game, a pawn
because
is enough
it made
to
it
lose
pretty
the
easy
game.
for you.
So,
It's nice to walk through there.
oh, once I take here, and then I just play. Oh, I was here actually. I didn't lose. Just played to here. You played to here. I played to here. I think you played to here. I played here. Yeah, I think you might have moved there.
You're just going to run out of moves.
Eventually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stay over here, and then I'm going to use my knight to win your pawns. That's kind of what happened. Really, after this, it's just pretty easy for me. I think we played on for a little while, but I think you played that, and I think I maybe played here, and then you played here, and then I played check. And if you go this way, then this wins. You did go there. Now here I could probably win in a lot of different ways, but I thought, well, not take any chances. I might as well. First I played this move to keep this pawn from going very far. And I think you played now here. Now I play here. You probably as well just take and play there, but it's not going to make any difference. But this one lets me take
They're all
this one,
going.
that one, and that one, all three of them.
They're all
So
going.
yeah, they're all going to go anyway. But I think at this point you played back to here. I took this one, and you played here. Took this one, and you played here.
Because you could be sacked.
And I even took it.
Yeah, that's what I would have done too.
And then you took it, and then I just played
B3
B4.
or either way.
Either one.
Actually, I like playing B3. They come and eat it, and you go like this.
That's true.
I like
They
to-
protect each other anyway,
Yeah.
and then this one's going to fall,
You're just
and after that,
speaking
you
of
just
the
but
So,
they played pretty well in the opening. And
Help us look at our
the
game.
whole point of a gambit is to get your
Who's playing the Stein? Who's
maybe
playing,
get his king
you're
trapped
playing
in
the
the middle of the board,
Steinitz?
which is
Wow, that's an old man's opening.
I'm down a pawn, but
Oh no, it has been
back
since
in a better position than
it was invented by
going to probably be
Steinitz
okay.
in the late
Yeah.
19th
So
century, and it was dormant the whole 20th century.
sometimes this scoring game is a
Until,
little dangerous to play against.
Gary
because they
Kasparov
know
was
what
defending
they're
his
doing.
world
You know,
championship against
familiar
Vladimir
with it, they
Kramnik,
can
and
find ways
Kasparov
to
was a
just
heavy
end up
favorite,
with pawn.
and he was known for being a very dynamic
Good game.
attacking player.
Yeah, good
So
luck, Brad.
Kramnik